If you're looking to beef up your IT skills, consider joining itpro.tv, my favorite online training provider. They have thousands of hours of content for everything IT related. Use the coupon code ITCQ30 and you can save 30% off your premium membership. Please check out the link in the description below. If you have questions about getting into IT, consider joining our Discord server. We have hundreds of people there just like you who are starting their careers in IT, and they can help answer any questions that you may have, and I'll be there to help answer questions as well. Links in the description below. I can't wait to see you there. If you're looking for a step-by-step training guide on how you can get started in IT, check out our first official training course at www.itcq.tv. This step-by-step course will not only show you the skills and knowledge that's needed to get an entry-level IT job, but it'll also show you how you can gain an advantage. Check out the link in the description of this live stream, and thank you so much for your support. Yo, what's going on YouTube? How y'all doing today? It's a wonderful Friday, well, morning for me. Morning for me, I don't know where you guys are all at. Could be afternoon, could be evening. It could be yesterday for all I know. Whatever. I hope you guys are all doing great. As great as I am, because I'm doing pretty good today. We tried to do a members only live stream, but it was not the best time for everybody. So I was like, well, let's just do a public live stream. See if you guys have questions, and I know one person asked the question right off the bat. So Sabir, I don't know if I say your name right. I apologize if I don't. I'm terrible with names. They say you have your CCNA routing and switching and CCNP Encore. You're struggling to find work. What are you doing wrong? Are you struggling to get interviews? Are you like even getting interviews at all? That'd be my question back to you. Frank L. Do I have any advice for anything IoT security related or IoT in general? Well, I mean, what are you really looking to do with it? I mean, there's tons of different resources out there, especially on YouTube, that talk a lot about IoT and security. And I think there was actually a lot of talks at DEF CON or Black Hat that did IoT stuff just recently. So that's probably worth checking out. But it really depends on what you're looking to do, more specifically. Give you advice to improve your programming skills? Start programming things more. Make yourself some projects. Just dive deep into it. I'm very hard to reach. Yeah, it's definitely difficult to get a hold of me. I get way too many messages, like emails, messages on all different social media platforms every single day. Like it's so hard to keep up with everybody. So I'm sorry. Levi, you've been installing internet for 5 years now. Is that considered relevant experience? If so, how do I leverage it in an interview? I mean, it could be considered some type of I can't talk today. Relevant experience. But it's really like, what else were you doing that really you could highlight as tech skills to highlight on your resume? As far as like getting in, it's going to be hard to get an interview if you're not really highlighting what your tech skills are on your resume. But when you're in an interview, like leveraging that, you're basically, I guess I need more information from you on what you're doing. Because like I think of what somebody does in that position, it might be completely different from what you're actually doing. So, yeah. Sorry. Franco, where should you start in cloud programming? CompTIA A+. I mean, there's not really too much cloud involved in the A+. What are you looking to do exactly? Sabir, you are getting interviews. Well, I mean, you might just be having a difficult time during interviews, which, I mean, that's just a craft, right? Like, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. It takes doing like a lot of interviews to actually get like good at doing interviews. And you never know like who your competition is. You never know who you're going to run up against as far as like, you know, who maybe has better skills than you or who makes maybe like a better cultural fit for that position. May not necessarily be anything against you, but it does take time. I mean, I did a video this year where I talked about a guy who applied for like 4,000 jobs before he got his job, you know? So, there's a lot involved. Treb Boom Boom. What are your thoughts on fully remote entry-level IT jobs? I think there's going to be a lot more remote entry-level IT jobs coming our way. And the best skill that you could have for any type of remote job, especially entry-level, is customer service skills, because you're going to be doing a lot of that. So a lot of talking to people on the phone, setting up Zoom sessions, doing like FaceTime calls with your users to get issues resolved. You know, there it's a lot of customer service for sure. The way that I think that the industry is going to shift with that, especially with entry level work, is just having a lot of that customer service experience to help you out. All right, so if you're getting feedback that you lack experience, Sabir, then you need to start building some home labs, creating some projects for yourself so you can and document all of that and put that on your resume. You need to create some documented experience. Any thoughts on ITIL certs? ITIL certs are good. Are there a lot of remote cyberspace security jobs for entry level? I mean, when it comes to cybersecurity, like cybersecurity is one of the most difficult areas probably that you'll find for people to get into IT, especially at entry level. It just doesn't happen as often as you would like it would probably. There's so much involved in security where really like having experience is definitely going to help you a ton. What's my advice for very first interview you work in help desk when this COVID thing is over? Like, what do you want? What kind of advice do you want for that first interview? Because I mean, there's so many different bits of advice that I could give you. I would suggest that you go through my interview playlist here on the YouTube, where I talk about different tips and tricks that would be very beneficial for you. So go check that out. Hansa, what's your advice for? Oh no, I just answered that question. Sorry. Okay, if you guys are okay, well here you go. If you spam the chat, I'm not going to answer your question. Period. Like period. I will not answer your question. I'm not even going to acknowledge you. Casey McDonald, starting your very first IT job on Monday. Congratulations. That's awesome, bro. You're looking to go into cybersecurity eventually. Would a help desk job be relevant experience to eventually getting into cybersecurity? Yes, 100%. Help desk, I've said this like a billion times. Like help desk is always going to be your best bet for an entry-level job because you get so much crap thrown your way and you start to learn so many different technologies, and it's experience, and everybody wants experience. So like when you're in an entry-level job, the more that you can cater yourself to security areas, like, and the more that you can work with different team members on security-related issues, it's going to be extremely beneficial for you, because that's the type of stuff that you can put on your resume. If you're looking to get into security, the more like security-related things that you can get, like jot down on your resume, security-related projects that you've done or been part of, put that on your resume. It's going to be huge. I'm not going to try to pronounce your first name, but Rosetta, you got a possible question for me. Where would someone with let's see if this chat pulls up over here today. Where would someone with both a psychology and cybersecurity degree fit into the expansive security field as a beginning or slightly higher level position? You're going to have to do a lot of networking and a lot of marketing for yourself. You're going to have to build like a nice brand for yourself and really have a lot of documented experience under your belt, even if it's documenting your home labs and things like that. That's what sets you apart. Let me adjust this here real quick. My bad. I need to get a different background for this, I feel like. Hold up. I'm adjusting some chat stuff here. And source. It's gonna be about 800. And Nope, that ain't gonna work. All right, forget it. Whatever. What's a good website to get for an internship? I mean, you're going to have to search everywhere for an internship. There's not one specific good website that's going to have internships available. A lot of times you're going to find that like internships are published like internally. There's not too many that are publicly disclosed, but you're going to have to reach out to a lot of different people. Reach out to all your different connections that you have, for sure. Epic Games HD, currently a knock tech and just achieved CCNA. Any idea what should be your next career move? Well, what do you want to do? That's my question back to you. Mikey Mike, you finally made it to a live video. Well, welcome aboard. Thank you for what I do. You're welcome for what I do. I'm here to help. Here to help. Levi Hunter, you do a lot of physical connections with fiber, Ethernet, and coaxial. After that, a lot of what I do is setting up static IP and wiring phone systems. So that's a lot of, like, every single thing that you put there except for the coaxial, because nobody cares about that anymore. It's stupid. That's all stuff that you could highlight on your resume and even talk about during an interview. So that's all good stuff. Skywalker, starting as a newbie in cybersecurity, no kind of college degree, what to do? Start getting certified and start building home labs and start documenting your home labs. Honestly, you're gonna have to do a lot of work. I mean, you're gonna have to do a lot of work whether you have a college degree or not. Black Ghost, you have a college degree in business management, network, and security plus search. You're also currently working remote. Do you have a chance getting an entry-level IT position making over $50K? Depends on your area. I have no idea where you live, and that really... I mean, honestly, it's huge. Like it hugely depends on your area. Like I know in Chicago, there are entry level jobs that pay over $50,000 a year. Like I mean, entry level where you have like no experience, they start you out at $50,000 or more a year. They don't. There's not a lot of them, but there are definitely plenty of them. Questions about computers. Hello from London. What's going on, boss? Hope London's fantastic. Shout out to Dharmic Pandya, who's one of our VIP members. Thank you for joining the chat, sir. Words and stuff. I don't know anything about blockchain certifications, actually. I don't. Do they even have blockchain certifications? I'm sure CompTIA will probably put something together for that. Blockchain Plus. Just wait. It'll be out. Which certification is best, AWS or CEH? They're two completely different certifications. Neither you can't compare them to one another. Like they're both fantastic certifications in their respected areas. Would I say a cable guy's entry level field? No, not exactly. I mean, are you running Ethernet cables like to switches and routers and all that fun stuff? Are you doing any configuration? IT is effed. I am right. You're just about sick of IT. How is IT effed? IT is fantastic. Torner 25, you just passed your A+ 2 weeks ago. Congratulations. You're 1,000. You're studying for your 1002 now. That's awesome, dude. Good luck. Attention fan, how accurate are the questions, lab sims on IT Pro TV compared to the real A+ exam and the testing center? So, like, here's the thing with, like, any type of test, right? Like, that's not... Like, even CompTIA. Like, CompTIA offers their what is it? Gosh, what is it called? I can't even remember it. Certmaster Practice. So, those questions are probably going to be the most accurate representation out of any other testing provider I would be willing to guess. That's not to say that IT Pro TV's tests are bad or any other tests are bad. They're just the way CompTIA word stuff is so weird. Like that's the best way I could put it. Like the questions are just very, very weird. And you have to like read some of the questions like 17 times just to actually comprehend exactly what they're asking you. So and I guess the point is, like, you're never going to find a test out there that exists that really represents what you'll actually find on the exam 100% of the time. Like, it's not going to happen. If something that existed, like CompTIA, Microsoft, Cisco, like, would be all over that, shutting it down, because then you're essentially, like, able to get all of the answers, but I would say that the way that a lot of these testing companies, I forget who IT Pro TV uses off the top of my head right now, but they're going to be fairly accurate to what you would find on the exam, for sure. America Curl, if you are still in school and looking for an internship, you can go to your IT department and ask them if they're looking. That's how they got theirs. That's very good advice, for sure. Epic Games. All right, so if you're working in a NOC right now, you got your CCNA, you want to be a network engineer, start looking for network, administrator jobs. Like, just start looking for them. Maybe you find a junior level job. Start applying for them. Antone, what's up, boss? How you doing? Glad to see you here. So home labs will be considered semi-quality on one's resume, for sure, 100%. Because here's the thing, like, especially for you guys out there who are looking to get entry-level work, you're going to find that almost every single job wants you to have experience. Now, job requirements are a wish list, which I've said a bajillion times. So, you're not going to have experience. You're not going to have experience for an entry-level job. So the best thing that you can do is make your own experience by building a home lab and documenting every single process that you go through to create that home lab and what you've actually done in that home lab. So, even building a home lab where you are creating a domain controller. So you spin up, VirtualBox, and you install and configure Windows 2019 server. You can document that entire process. You can promote that server to a domain controller, document that process. You can create, an Active Directory structure for that environment, document that process. And then you can spin up like a Windows 10 virtual machine and connect that virtual machine to your domain, and you can document that process. And then you create users in Active Directory and start creating security groups and document that process. And there's so much that you can do to really start building verifiable experience for yourself. I can't tell you how important it could be to just document going through and setting up a domain controller and configuring Active Directory, understanding how Active Directory works, right? Like, that's going to be one thing that you're going to be constantly in, like, every single day in an entry-level job. Not all of them, but most of them probably. So, yeah, document. Mr. Chili Ring Gamer. Which certification should you be going for if you have no IT experience? What remote opportunities, resources are out there for me during uncertain times? There are a bajillion resources out there for you to learn. There's Professor Messer on YouTube, which can teach you everything CompTIA related for free. And then there's so many hundreds of thousands of paid training providers out there. But I always recommend people who have no experience, who maybe not have a lot of knowledge in IT. Start with your CompTIA A+, because it really lays down the fundamentals of a lot of different technologies that you're going to run across. Sanjay, does front-end web development make good money? Sure, depends on where you live, but mostly, yeah. Hindsight, you're sick of your university and fun and self-study because self-study makes you more professional, but your parents are not allowed to. What should you do? Man, that's on you, bro. I don't know. That's like a life decision right there. What you want to do. Do whatever you want to do. Are there any job opportunities at DEF CON and Black Hat? I don't know. Maybe. You probably have to reach out to them. Reach out to those respective companies. Do I value the CompTIA A+ for someone in second year of college? Yeah, I value the CompTIA A+ for a lot of things because it's a valid certification that is industry-wide. It's known throughout the industry. It's recognized throughout the industry. And there are jobs that actually require you have the A+. So yeah, it's important. Rosetta, you say, sorry, you're trying to rephrase your question. The security field has many different roles, pen testing and risk and compliance being two. Excuse me. What area would psychology play into that role with social engineer? Pen testing mostly, or, security awareness, that type of thing. What's up, KevTech IT support? How you doing, boss? Good to see you here. Trying to keep up with the chat, yo. IT Pro TV is through Kaplan, and it kind of sucks. Like, some questions don't ask for multiple answers, tell you answer is wrong and says it's right. I'd have to go through and check that out. Vampire Mind. Question about the A+. What would I advise? Should you study individually for 1001, 1002, and do the exams separately, or just study both and do both exams in one day? That's on you mostly, but I think a lot of people take them individually and study for them individually, because there's so much information that you're going to find on the 1001, so much information you're going to find on the 1002. I think it would be so difficult to knock those out on the same day and study for them all at the same time. So yeah, I would probably stop, do them at different times. But everybody's different. Like, I saw somebody the other day posted on LinkedIn that they took their A+, the 1001 and the 1002 all in the same day. Like, they did one at 5:30 in the morning and the other one at 11 a.m. or something. And yeah, they passed. It's crazy. Are cover letters necessary for entry-level IT cybersecurity jobs? Yes, cover letters are necessary for every single job you apply for. And you should be tailoring your cover letters for each of those specific jobs. I know it's a lot of work, I'm sorry. And you should be tailoring your resume for every single job that you apply for. You go through their job description and see what they're looking for, and then you try to tailor your resume to match as much of your experience to those things that job is looking for. KevTech, I'm doing right. I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. Is majoring in information sys business admin worth doing? If you are looking to work in any role that is manager or above, yeah, totally. Having a degree is almost a necessity, because all of those types of jobs tend to require a degree. So if you want to be a manager above, then yes, go get a degree. Blader May, what do I think of the CompTIA IT Fundamentals cert? I mean, I feel like it's good for anybody that doesn't want to work in technology, but if you're actually serious about working in IT, I'd probably just say go get your A+, because it's a much better certification. So there's that. KevTech IT support, thank you for the super chat, bro. You didn't have to do that, but I greatly appreciate you doing that. Go have a beer on you. I will have a beer. I will go have a beer on you. Thank you very much, bro. I really do appreciate that. My take on AWS is great. It's wonderful. What do you want to know about it? AWS and Azure, they're obviously AWS is the king of the cloud, but they're both respected very much. And it's a great technology to learn. Incredible brother, you just got the CASP Plus about 3 weeks ago. The exam is brutal. Congratulations to you, incredible brother. That was awesome. GC, could use advice. Should you pause your college education for a semester or two, your 2 years till a BS and IS at Cal State, to get out of help desk, been doing it for 4 years, into tech work, or worst, HT management? So you've been in the help desk for 4 years? If you've been in the help desk for 4 years, you should be you should be in the 4 years that you've worked in help desk. If that's the case, if that's what you're saying, if you haven't figured out what you want to do in IT, you should be figuring that out. It's after 4 years of help desk, you should be able to transition to more specific areas of the field that you want to be working in. So you start, tailoring your resume towards those different areas that are of interest to you. Start getting certifications that are going to help you in those areas of interest, etc., etc. I feet you, the IT guy. What's up, boss? You just finished your network engineering internship today. That's awesome, man. I hope that went well. Antone says that they work in service desk. Most people that come on board with you didn't have A+. It was a nice feather in your cap. Recommended. Yeah. Kevin is an awesome dude. I love KevTech. KevTech's totally awesome. Awesome dude. Questions about computers. It says, hey, Zach, I still find amazing that people don't use the free training resources made available from the likes of Microsoft, Cisco, VMware, etc. Sounds like a good video idea. This is a good video idea because they do offer a lot of training, like free training resources just from them alone. So, good point. When studying for Dammer asks, when studying for CCNA, would it be a bad idea to watch Messer CompTIA videos since it's 2 different exams? Yeah, I wouldn't even bother watching Professor Messer for anything Cisco related. He doesn't talk about Cisco. I mean, he mentions Cisco quite a lot, but that's not the point. One blurry lens. How about those IT techs that contract work for Dell or other PC companies who go to places and replace hardware? Any ideas or thoughts about how those folks are doing? I mean, those folks are doing all right. Those jobs tend to pay pretty decently. Excuse me. And if you like taking computers apart and fixing, hardware issues, and you're gonna be you'll be replacing motherboards, keyboards, screens, blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, those are great jobs for people who like doing that stuff, and they exist. So it's definitely a pretty good resource, or pretty good option. Sorry. See you later, Antone. Thanks for stopping by. Benjamin Wharton, what's up, your dude? What's up, my dude? What's up? Grave Mind, when going into a job, do you get a rundown on how to do things, or did they just throw you into the water? Any respectable place will make sure that you are shadowing somebody for a certain amount of time. If they don't, then that'd be a terrible experience. I could never imagine that. Every single job that I've had, even like after working in the field for a long time, like anytime I come into a new job, I'm shadowing somebody, sometimes for weeks at a time, because every single environment is different, and there's definitely a lot of things to learn about how they want things done there. Tim Van, I'm just going to leave it there. You currently work in help desk for aerospace company. That's solid. You ask your manager what cert you should get. They recommend a Network Plus. Is it worth getting? It's a good certification. It's definitely a good certification. I wouldn't knock it in any way. But sure, it's fine. Blader May, what do I think about the best interactive CompTIA study resources? You find watching videos to be a good option, but it can be dull faster than something more hands-on. Like IT Pro TV, with their subscription, they offer practice labs for some of the CompTIA material. That's what I would tell you. I'd tell you to try that out. There's practice labs out there. Allie, what's up? She said the Cool Kids stream. This is the Cool Kids stream. Every time we stream is the Cool Kids stream. I actually only have 10 more minutes to go, and then I have to go. About 9 minutes. Then I have a meeting. You're welcome, Gravemind. I am happy to help. I'm very happy to help. I think I'm mostly caught up with the chat. So if you guys got anything else, let me know. Otherwise, I should maybe get ready for this meeting that I have. Because if I don't, I'm sure this person would get super mad at me. They'd be very upset with me. One advice, no tell an interview. What? What you say? Don't lie in an interview? That's advice for an interview. Don't lie. You get caught in a lie in an interview? That'd be bad. Bro, please tell slowly, bro. What am I telling slowly? I'm sorry, I talk too quick. I talk like a quack, too, sometimes. How long do you need to study? The A plus, well, it depends. Like everybody is different, so everybody retains information differently from one another. So if you want to study for the A plus, my best advice for you would be like study for all of the 1001 at one time, the 1001 part of the exam, and start taking practice exams. Like once you've gone through all the material that you're using for the A plus 1001, start taking practice exams and take practice exams over and over and over again until you're at least achieving like a 90% like pass rate on those. And once you are able to take practice exams over and over and over again and achieve at least a 90%, you're probably ready to take the exam. So how long is that going to take you? I don't know. That's all on you. Feel like in entry level you have to lie to get the job? You don't have to lie to get the job for entry level. There's no reason to lie. To clarify, you've been working night, HT for the lighter workload to focus on school. Your end goal at the moment is sysadmin. You have a hard time yeah, it could be difficult, man. Is network support engineer similar to help desk? Bro, job titles are stupid. What's going to be the job description for a network support engineer? You know? Like, it really depends on that. Blader May, what kind of salary can you expect as a computer technician for a larger company on average? Depends on where you live. It depends on the company. Like, there's so many variables that get thrown into play. It's almost impossible to answer that question. Like, even like billion-dollar companies like pay their help desk, sometimes $15 an hour, right? And then you could find like companies who make like $5 million a year. They might pay their help desk people like $20 an hour. Like, there's so much variety when it comes down to it. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Dammer says if you're on it every day, 3 months should be enough to study CompT exams. That's probably a good average. Do I recommend paying for online study materials before cert exams, or no? If not, what do you recommend? I recommend going out there and finding the best resource that you can. And what I mean by that is that there are hundreds of people out on YouTube who really can walk you through every single exam, like all the information that you need to learn on the exam for free on YouTube. But there are also a lot of paid training providers out there also. IT Pro TV, Linux Academy, Pluralsight, CBT Nuggets, Cybrary, the list goes on. A lot of these paid training providers offer a free trial. I highly recommend checking out all of their free trials and find the one that works best for you. Everybody's so different. Everybody's going to enjoy something completely different from one another. I've said it like a bajillion times, like IT Pro TV is my favorite training resource. I would highly recommend IT Pro TV. Use the coupon code ITCQ30. There's my little plug for the day. But some people don't like IT Pro TV, and I respect that. And that's fine. I'm not saying that, like Linux Academy or Cybrary or CBT Nuggets or Test Out or any of those companies are any less valuable or anything like that compared to IT Pro TV. It's just like what I prefer. But you guys, you might prefer Linux Academy, and that's totally okay too. Like, if that's what you enjoy, go learn from them. These are all great training providers that are out there, and they have proven success to help people pass their certifications. So, and Allie just put, also, one resource is not enough for your studies. It's not. You need to be using multiple resources. Always. Like, it's so extremely important to use multiple resources. I can't stress that enough. Why do recruiters suck at communicating? I don't know. I'm frustrated with recruiters. I've tossed stuff out on LinkedIn lately with my frustrations. Yeah. GC, you are welcome for what I do. Thank you for being a supporter. I appreciate that. I just want to help people. That's it. I just want to help people get into this field because it's amazing and everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. Anyway, I need to get going because I got to start pulling stuff up for this meeting that I have. Very exciting. I'm not really too happy to be meeting with this person that I have to meet with. So wish me luck. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenging meeting with this person. This person is in the chat right now, so that's even funnier. Anyway, thank you guys for joining this live stream today. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to catch you on the next one. And I'm sorry if I missed your questions. I apologize. But stay tuned. We'll be doing more live streams. We always try to do more live streams. Anyway, have a good day. Have a good weekend. Always be learning. And, of course, take it easy.